I think mental health is something we don't acknowledge, especially as Black Caribbean men.
But you see with a man, right? Me as a man, like money is something that could change your mental health. If you have a bad mental health, 9 out of 10 times it's because you're broke.
You have your good days and your bad days because you're only human. Check on your friends. Check on your friends regardless. So if they check on you, you check on them because your mental might be proper, but they're on going through the dirt.
So I think it's really important to have a good circle of people where you could talk about anything, you could talk about how you feel.
Because with being a creative mind, bro, like if I take on too much negativity, it will crush me. So I never allow myself to overdwell, because if I overdwell, bro, like I won't be able to function.
Because your mental health is linked to your emotional state, your physical, your spiritual. If you're not right here, then you're in shambles.
How is your mental health and what are your thoughts on mental health?
Oof. My mental health. I think my mental health is great because I take it very, very seriously. Like, I think the world is a very hurtful place. Like, as I said before, like a lot of people lack empathy. So people say things and don't realize how hurtful things could be. And you can't control what people say. You can't control what people do, especially towards you. But you can control the way you perceive it and the way it affects you. So I think I had to learn through time and again character building that I can't control what you say. I just only control how it affects me. So what I've developed over the years is tough skin. Like you may say something, but empty barrel make the most noise. So, that everybody and everything you have to take on and study. And for me, 95% of negative things, I even say 99, I don't even pay it any mind. Because who are you to judge and condemn? And who am I to even judge and condemn as well? So, So yeah, I think mental health is something we don't acknowledge, especially as Black Caribbean men. Like, I am specific with that. Black Caribbean men, that's something we do address and talk about enough. We have this it's twofold. Boy, you studying that way? Are you studying boy, I'm to way? And then secondly, we have this thing where, come on, we go and take a drink now. We go and take a drink and forget about that now. Rather than addressing what it is and talking about what it is. So, but luckily I have a group of friends that, we talk about things and we make real bad jokes, what I mean? But that's so that we get comfortable about the situation and about things, So I think it's really important to have a good circle of people where you could talk about anything, you could talk about how you feel and not just pacify it and go and take a drink and you lime and then you wake up tomorrow and the problem is still there and you never really address it.
I think artists should go to therapy, bro. I feel like especially in this time and climate, social media comparisons, all those things, thinking you have to be like this and you have to do this, otherwise you're not growing or you're not building. All those things could take away from your reality, And I feel like mentally we are equipped and we could deal with a lot of things, but being an artist is not just your real life alone. There's other things that you're already battling in your normal scene. And I think in order to deal with the other things too, you need help, You need to really be all right, cool, how do I address each of these things and these points and the pressures that come with being an artist and the pressures that come with being a human being. All those things could clash sometimes. And I think I do feel like it's important to not fight that battle alone all the time. So I think mentally therapy is a help. I would also say like meditation is a help. Getting up and going to the gym is a big like mental win too. I feel like we talk about like physical and yeah. And to be honest, even looking at yourself and feeling good about yourself could like affect you mentally and make you feel like better now. And I think a lot of times we talk about like gym and just like attribute it to like a physical wellness thing, but it's not. It like gets you in like a mental, like a spirit and energy of like chasing something and even achieving something and being like one with yourself now. So I think those things, at least for me, are things that help me, and I would tell anybody that they should.
Asking them deep questions here, boy. So mental health has been a topic of discussion for the past couple of days mostly, because I'm realizing how important it is to prioritize me, Sharice Edmond, because your mental health is linked to your emotional state, your physical, your spiritual. If you're not right here, then you're in shambles. You know, like balancing a career and then balancing your personal life, sometimes it feels non-existent, and that has been a difficult thing. It has been taxing on my brain because I just want to succeed. I just want to do. Sometimes I forget to eat. Honestly, I forget to eat because I'm just in what I'm doing. If I'm in the studio, I have an interview, I have this, I have a meeting, it's just like, it's a lot, and it taxing on my mental health because I need to constantly tell myself, listen, you can't show up this way and you're not showing up that way. If you say you're showing up for yourself, show up for yourself holistically. Go to the gym, journal, go for a drive, dip, baptize in your water, go for a hike, talk to your friends. I guess go on a date. No. But yeah, like right now, my mental health is getting better because I am aware of the things that I need to correct. You know, I need to show up for me more. Like, that is important. Show up for yourself. We get so preoccupied with everything. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. But you gotta do this too. My mental health is a work in progress. It is a work in progress. And I know that one day it will be 100%. It will enter 100%. It's loading. Right now it needs service, reconnecting. Yeah, that's what it's giving. But it'll get better with time.
That's a deep question, boy. Mental health. Tevin Hartman's mental health is okay at the moment. You have the good days and the bad days because you're only human. And especially trying to go through the aspect of the norm. As a man, you shouldn't have tough times and tough days mentally. Yeah, just go through it. I mean, it's only human. The mental health okay so far at the moment, man. Thank God for that. Grateful to be the land of the living. But my thoughts on mental health as well is something, especially within men, is something that we don't take as seriously as we should. We believe that, and I must say props to this generation coming up that kind of now starting to focus on mental health within men. Due to my job as well as experience in life, yeah, understand that a lot of men go through it. A lot of virgins that just will check me and just be so down and rap for about 2-3 hours just about what's going on with them that's affecting them in life. And I just find, I mean, mental health is a very serious thing. And if you have friends that you ain't hear from in a while, you in touching base because them in touch base, you're getting older, put that to the side and just touch base with them because sometimes they might even have that avenue to speak or for yourself as that person for them, because it could be the difference between certain decisions they take in life. And there's a real, I've had friends who reach out and say, boy, if you didn't call me yesterday, boy, I don't know if I'd be here today. There's a real thing that I would have dealt with a virgin. So check on your friends regardless. So if they check on you, you check on them, because your mental might be proper, but they're on going through the dirt. Sometimes your call could be the saving grace. It's a serious thing, you know, dog. I work it, especially where I work into. I see men, big men, older than me, 45, 50, they're in tears, like 28 years. But I work in customer service, but also to understand when you have nobody in your corner. You can't go and talk to your mother because, yeah, you can talk to she, but you ain't want to burden she with that issue. and you're mentally, you don't want to talk to a significant other because you're a man, you want to be the strong person in the household. But then, the only thing you can come to the situation you're dealing with is to come by somebody, a stranger, to let them know, hey, I go in trade boy, Jerry boy, I want to go with my lights. Sit down with brethren in front of my place and sit down and hear men cry out, boy. And then we go sit down and say, boy, a man not being a man if he's so, but people don't understand that in this world we live in, we teach men so much from since the 90s when our fathers was there. You're a man, you have to go out there, you have to work hard, you have to bring it home. You go by the bar, you drink a beer, you drink some punching, you come home, you deal with it. That it's okay to talk to somebody about it, my boy. It's a real thing that we don't really take into consideration, boy. And I really find going into this year something that I want to focus on with a lot of virgins, because I might find them checking in with me, but you know what? If your mind run on David, hey, boy, I ain't hear from David for 2 weeks. But he didn't call me, so me calling him. Nah, boy, David could be going shit, but David didn't know how to pay. He paid the rent next week, boy. He had 2, 3, and 3, 4, 5 to see about. You understand? It's something that we don't really pay attention to as a public or as a world, boy. They go pop the little things, post the little picture, world men world health day and them kind of thing. But does the people around who post the picture actually care?
When I hear mental health, I get depressed. I don't know, like I start thinking about all the bad things that happened, but my mental health right now is at like 8 out of 10, probably 8, 7, 8. I can't even joke and lie to you. But you see with a man, right? Me as a man, like money is something that could change your mental health. And if you have a bad mental health, 9 out of 10 times it's because you're broke. If you have a good mental health, 9 out of 10 times it's because you have money, and it's because you're cool now, you're not just stress out yourself and worry about anything. And like I'm at the point right now where there's just so many businesses that are kind of eventually not going to have a sing anymore. But as I tell you, I love it, so I keep on doing it. But like right now, I'm doing well, so but mental health like at 8 right now. I think what a lot of people does is overwork themselves. And overwork till they burn out or you get sick, and like I feel like, that to improve your mental health, you need to take a step back sometimes. Like just take some time for yourself and like go to the beach. Like, people just underestimate how many things and how well the beach works for you. But like, when I go to the beach for like a week straight, because I always do, I go to the beach Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every day if I could. And it just make you relax and make you think about ideas and make you couple different ideas, because you see you have time on your hands now. Once you have time on your hands, I mean, a person with time on their hands is the most dangerous person, because like they could convert anything and conquer anything now. But if you don't have time on your hands, you're so busy doing one thing or doing plenty things, it's like you're not getting to process how to become better at that.
Yeah, but sometimes I think I trip it, sometimes I think I too strong, and it's like, it's still pan out to be a positive for me, but I just wonder, like, I never experienced a breaking point, because I find ways and means to move forward regardless now. And then when I watch around at probably like my peers and people in this space, I say, hey, boy, some of them might be feeling life more than me, and how come but it's just how I was built. No, it had low times. I ain't saying like I was Iron Man, but I always persevere. So like pandemic to me, some people might say that a rough time, but like I take that time to really refocus and understand myself a little more. Like even till now, I never read in my life more than I read in the pandemic. I made notes about different things outside of music, do business plans. So I think my blessing is understanding. From a little boy, I even told my parents this during the little junior monarch period where they were seeing a lot of opposition within like not being how to put it in agreement with my placements and them kind of thing. And I tell them, nah, me ain't stopping this till I win. Because with being a creative mind, bro, like if I take on too much negativity, it will crush me. So I never allow myself to overdwell, because if I overdwell, bro, like I won't be able to function. So I would take someone and then I would say, but where's the next move from here, boy? Just me tapping into that, bro, and I go through so much pain in my career that I feel like if, as I said earlier, if I was to step out of stuff a long time ago. So me just understanding life and saying, well, boy, the power is in the choice. And I see my father make choices, and I see my mother make choices, and I see my brother make choices. And I tell myself, wait now, this thing boil right down to a choice, boy. It's either I go and choose to just cry and just dwell on something, or immediately analyze, act.
Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more of the Core Season 4 Behind the Mic. Coming up on the next episode of the Core Season 4 Behind the Mic.
I didn't just got here, like I had to go through the process. So one, take nothing personal, allow yourself to go through the process. And a final thing I would say too is don't look for crutches and shortcuts.
This is Young Brother representing for Nezzo TV, baddest, sickest, maddest YouTube channel ever created. Who does that? You!